getting married. Oh, I'm getting married.
I heard of getting cold feet.
Mr. Fantastic finally got his wish to marry his beloved invisible woman. Just as they were about to recite their wedding vows, a helicopter went out of control and plummeted toward the wedding venue. As the aircraft was about to crash into the guests, Mr. Fantastic stretched out his arms to rescue them. Invisible Woman desperately tried to steer the helicopter away from the crowd, but the helicopter's tail rotor was about to hit her friend. Fortunately, the thing arrived just in time and forcibly stopped the aircraft. Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman's wedding was ruined. The perpetrator took the opportunity to escape. To catch the saboteur, Human Torch rapidly transformed and gave chase, but the target was simply too fast to catch. The next second, the saboteur slammed straight into a skyscraper. The building remained intact, but the saboteur vanished. As Human Torch scanned the area, a silver man riding a surfboard emerged from the building and charged straight at him. Human Torch had no choice but to dodge. To uncover his identity, Human Torch frantically pursued him, even causing traffic disruptions in the normally orderly streets. Yet he still couldn't catch up.
Time to end this.
The Silver Man seized the Human Torch by the throat. Immobilizing him, he was helplessly dragged all the way into space. As oxygen levels dropped around him, Human Torch superpowers gradually faded. After passing out, he was thrown back toward Earth from space. He narrowly survived by finally re-entering the oxygen-rich atmosphere. Unable to capture the wedding crasher, Human Torch could only return and describe the entity's appearance to the others. To their surprise, Mr. Fantastic had already identified him using his radiation detector as the Silver Surfer, a highly intelligent extraterrestrial life form. Even before destroying the Fantastic Force wedding, he had caused massive power grid failures across multiple locations. He'd even plunged every area into extreme weather conditions to prevent the Silver Surfer from causing further destruction. General Hager ordered the Fantastic Four to find him immediately.
You can't even have a wedding without it turning into World War III.
But once we are married, everything will be back to normal.
But before they could even set out, Human Torch had another accident.
Hey, you alright, pal?
You're on fire!
Invisible Woman reached out to examine the Human Torch body. Instantly, their superpowers swapped inside them. Flames rapidly engulfed the Invisible Woman's entire body. She had no control over her new abilities. Helplessly, she kept spinning through the air. The Human Torch desperately tried to help, but accidentally summoned her powers. Seizing the chance, the Invisible Woman flew high and signaled Reed Richards inside the building. Mr. Fantastic rushed forward immediately upon seeing this. Trapped behind the glass, he couldn't intervene.
You're on fire!
Clueless how to assist, he watched her plummet back to Earth. When he arrived, he made a shocking discovery. Johnny Storm could now turn invisible. Only then did he realize they'd swapped superpowers. This traced back to when the Human Torch pursued the Silver Surfer. After making contact with the Surfer, the Human Torch molecular structure became unstable. Now anyone touching him would swap powers with him. The Thing got curious about this phenomenon. Even without knowing if it was safe, he deliberately touched the Human Torch.
Hey, it's me! I'm back!
The lightning-fast power transfer stunned everyone, but the Human Torch worried. This glitch could have dangerous consequences. He decided to find the Silver Surfer to fix his molecular instability. Yet they were already too late. Dr. Doom had gotten to the Silver Surfer first.
You've been busy, my friend. Can you understand what I'm saying? Together, we could be unstoppable. Anything would be ours for the taking.
All that you know is at an end.
The Silver Surfer brushed off Dr. Doom's invitation to conquer the world with complete disdain. This infuriated Dr. Doom, who launched an attack while the Silver Surfer was away, only to be instantly countered. Even after taking a devastating blow from the Silver Surfer, Dr. Doom remained unharmed, and his wounds healed completely within moments. A sinister plot began to form in his mind. A massive whirlpool appeared on the city's lake surface. Just as curious crowds gathered to witness the spectacle, a towering wave suddenly surged from the lake, crashing violently onto the shore. The Ferris wheel support structure collapsed, and as the massive wheel came crashing down toward the city center, with passengers still trapped aboard, the Invisible Woman quickly intervened, using her powers to suspend the Ferris wheel in midair. Meanwhile, the Thing desperately worked to steady the passenger cars, while Mr. Fantastic seized the opportunity to reconnect the wheel's broken framework. Thanks to their combined efforts, all the passengers escaped safely. Seeing his destructive plan thwarted, the Silver Surfer, the true culprit behind the chaos, burst from the whirlpool on his surfboard, preparing to flee. The Human Torch immediately gave chase, weaving beneath the Ferris wheel in his pursuit of the Silver Surfer. However, he forgot that Mr. Fantastic's body was supporting the wheel. When they made contact, their powers instantly switched. Mr. Fantastic found himself engulfed in flames, soaring through the air, while the Human Torch crashed hard to the ground. Without Mr. Fantastic's support, the Ferris wheel began falling apart again, putting enormous pressure on the Invisible Woman.
Guys, what are you doing?
Ben, lift it higher!
I'll try.
To save the civilians, Mr. Fantastic made the best of the situation, using the Human Torch powers to weld the Ferris wheel back together. Once again, the Fantastic Four had saved the city. But before they could catch their breath, another crisis struck. They discovered that the whirlpool where the Silver Surfer had emerged had become a massive crater, and the entire lake he had passed through was now completely dried up. The General was furious about this turn of events. He began questioning whether the Fantastic Four had what it takes to handle this alien threat, called the Silver Surfer. Without consulting the Fantastic Four, he took it upon himself to bring in reinforcements, and that person was none other than their old nemesis, Dr. Doom.
Victor, what's the matter? Afraid of ghosts?
If you're a ghost, you won't mind if I break your little neck.
Mr. Fantastic was shocked to see Dr. Doom alive again and was certain his arrival meant trouble. However, the General remained convinced that Doom could help capture the Silver Surfer, leaving Mr. Fantastic with no choice but to order the thing to release it.
General, we know firsthand. You trust Victor, and you're gonna regret it.
So far, the only one I've regretted trusting here is you.
Let's see what he's got.
By studying the footage of the Silver Surfer's attack on Dr. Doom, Mr. Fantastic discovered that all of the Surfer's power came from his surfboard. If they could separate him from his board, they'd be able to capture the Silver Surfer successfully. Mr. Fantastic quickly designed a pulse device that would activate the magnetic field around the Silver Surfer, forcing him to separate from his surfboard and lose his abilities. To make the pulse device work effectively, Mr. Fantastic requested a clear zone with a 1-kilometer perimeter around the device placement, but the General flat out refused his request. He had already positioned his troops for an ambush and would rather trust his military forces alone to capture the Silver Surfer than believe Mr. Fantastic's pulse device could actually work.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. So let me make it clear for you and your pack of freaks here. I'm the quarterback. You're on my team.
Dr. Doom seized the opportunity to mock Mr. Fantastic, claiming he was all talk and no action when it came to real combat. Despite the humiliation, Mr. Fantastic refused to abandon his plan.
I stayed in and studied like a good little nerd. And 15 years later, I'm one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. And the big jock who played quarterback in high school, he's standing right in front of me asking me for my help. And I say he's not going to get a damn thing unless he does exactly what I tell him.
His confidence and determination earned him and his team the respect they deserved, and even forced the General to eat his words. The General finally ordered his troops to adjust their positions according to Mr. Fantastic's specifications. Soon, the Fantastic Four began installing the pulse devices throughout the forest. But before they could finish setting up the equipment, the Silver Surfer appeared again, riding his surfboard straight toward the Invisible Woman. With the pulse device still incomplete, she didn't dare make any sudden moves. All she could do was watch as the Silver Surfer circled around her. However, the Silver Surfer didn't harm her, so she lowered her guard.
Why are you destroying our planet?
I have no choice.
What do you mean you don't have a choice? There's always a choice.
During their conversation, the Invisible Woman sensed that the Silver Surfer was genuinely good-natured and that there seemed to be more to his destruction of Earth than met the eye. She told Mr. Fantastic to hold his position while she carefully questioned the Surfer, but the General had no intention of keeping his word. Egged on by Dr. Doom, they launched their attack on the Silver Surfer. When the missiles suddenly attacked, the Silver Surfer threw himself in front of the Invisible Woman to protect her. He used his surfboard to successfully deflect the powerful missiles, but the General wasn't backing down. He ordered his men to launch another assault on the Silver Surfer's position. After dodging missile after missile, the Silver Surfer finally fought back, instantly destroying the General's ambush forces. To carry out the General's orders, the Fantastic Four had no choice but to continue setting up the pulse device. When the Silver Surfer approached the Invisible Woman again, Mr. Fantastic activated the pulse device and successfully stopped him. Once the surrounding magnetic field was activated, the Silver Surfer was quickly separated from his surfboard. Without his power source, the Silver Surfer crashed hard to the ground.
Not so tough now, are ya?
Just as Dr. Doom was about to carry out a sinister plan against the Silver Surfer, the Fantastic Four arrived just in time. Seeing them, Dr. Doom didn't dare make another move. Watching the Silver Surfer, who had been injured while protecting her, the Invisible Woman felt heartbroken. She desperately wanted to uncover the real reason why the Silver Surfer was being forced to destroy Earth. Mr. Fantastic returned to where the Silver Surfer was being held, but when he asked the general for permission to personally interrogate the Silver Surfer, he was once again refused. They wanted to question the Silver Surfer using their own methods. The Invisible Woman watched all this with a heavy heart. When the general and his people temporarily left, she slipped into the interrogation room. Upon seeing the Invisible Woman again, the Silver Surfer remained completely unguarded. When she asked once more about his reasons for destroying Earth, the Silver Surfer finally agreed to tell her the truth.
You said you weren't the one trying to destroy our world. Then who is?
The one I serve,
Who do you serve?
Galactus, the devourer of worlds.
To provide the energy that the Devourer of Worlds needed to survive, the Silver Surfer had no choice but to continuously extract power by destroying planets. The only reason he continued to serve the Devourer of Worlds was to protect his own world and the people he loved from being destroyed by this cosmic entity.
Why did you try to protect me?
Because you remind me of her.
It turned out the Silver Surfer never intended to destroy Earth, but to protect his home and the people he loved. He had no choice but to submit to the Devourer's threats, destroying planets and providing the energy needed for his survival. Now the Devourer's appetite was growing larger, and his next step would be the complete destruction of Earth. At the Invisible Woman's plea, the Silver Surfer finally agreed to join them in stopping the Devourer. However, they were a step too late. Dr. Doom had used the General's trust to gain access to the laboratory and claimed the Silver Surfer's surfboard for himself. With the surfboard's immense power at his disposal, Dr. Doom's abilities instantly multiplied.
Crap. Okay, that one hurt.
Where's Reed?
Back here.
When the Fantastic Four reached the laboratory, the place was in ruins. The General, who had never trusted Mr. Fantastic, had already been reduced to ash, and Dr. Doom had long since escaped with the surfboard to retrieve the surfboard and stop the Devourer from destroying Earth. Mr. Fantastic built a high-speed aircraft capable of pursuing Dr. Doom and took the Silver Surfer along, since he knew how to operate the surfboard.
Fixer! The board is drawing the destroyer here! Get up!
You know, I've never been the giving type.
The Human Torch flew ahead to intercept Dr. Doom, but with the surfboard's power boost, Dr. Doom easily knocked him back. Mr. Fantastic's aircraft also came under heavy attack. To avoid falling into Dr. Doom's trap, Mr. Fantastic had to split their ship into 3 parts. Just when they thought they'd escaped through the mountain crevice, they found themselves caught in another whirlpool created by Dr. Doom. Soon the Fantastic Four's aircraft went out of control and crashed hard toward the ground. Dr. Doom spotted the isolated Silver Surfer first. Just as he was about to strike down the Silver Surfer, the Invisible Woman rushed forward to block the attack.
Norman! Catch!
The Invisible Woman's force field ultimately couldn't withstand Dr. Doom's assault, even as the Devourer closed in on Earth, and she lay critically injured and barely alive. The Invisible Woman still insisted that the other 3 go after the surfboard, but with the surfboard's power enhancement, Dr. Doom was unstoppable, so the Fantastic Four decided to combine all their abilities and channel them into the Human Torch.
To quote a friend of mine, it's clobbering time.
The Human Torch skillfully used all her powers to successfully hold Dr. Doom at bay. Meanwhile, the magnetic field around them gradually activated, and soon the surfboard separated from Dr. Doom. To retrieve the surfboard, the Human Torch let Dr. Doom go, but the thing wasn't about to let him off the hook. Even without superpowers, he was determined to throw Dr. Doom as far away as possible. The Invisible Woman's heroic rescue and unwavering dedication to protecting Earth deeply moved the Silver Surfer. He decided he would no longer serve the Devourer and would leave Earth with his surfboard. But before departing, seeing the unconscious Invisible Woman in Mr. Fantastic's arms, the Silver Surfer was reminded of his own beloved. He reached out toward the Invisible Woman and transferred his energy to her.
Treasure each moment with her. We do have a choice.
This is the end for us both.
The Silver Surfer concentrated all the surfboard's energy into his body and flew straight toward the approaching Devourer. In the end, he sacrificed himself to destroy the Devourer. Earth returned to its original peace, and the healed Invisible Woman gradually regained consciousness.
Hi.
Hi.
What I miss?